All right, everybody. So it's welcome to a very interesting episode of Caesar and Nessie. If you haven't noticed by now, we are not in the same room. Nessie is in the living room, and I am in the bedroom. Now, just a few hours ago, we put up a video on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram about Nessie doing a COVID at-home test. And in that video, she also explained that I went to the VA to go get a test, an instant test over there. Just so you all know, for full disclosure, that was last week on Monday. Okay? The Sunday, the day prior to that, filming that video, I was already feeling sick. That's why I went the following day when the VA was open to go get tested. And Nessie did her test on Monday because that's when they accept those tests at the drop boxes. Have I covered everything good so far, Nessie, up until this point?
Yes.
So, since then, we have both been actually pretty sick. Okay? So, without giving up too much, I want Nessie to kind of explain what happened after she did her test, and pretty much the results that she got from that.
Okay. So Caesar got sick Sunday, like how he mentioned, and I was feeling perfectly fine up until Tuesday night. I started getting a fever. I did take the test Monday. I was feeling great that day. Didn't have any symptoms. Then went to go drop the test off at the FedEx drop box. And then everything was fine. Then Tuesday night came along. I got a fever. And then I started feeling sick ever since. My fever lasted maybe like 3 days. It was a low-grade fever. It wasn't too high. And it was just some headache. No body aches or chills, really. And then eventually I was feeling better for about 2 days. And then yesterday I started feeling sick again. And then I was getting headaches. And then I feel like I was getting a fever. A fever was coming on. I was congested. And I was just sleeping for most of the day yesterday.
Now, let me ask you this. How long did it take for you to get the results back for your at-home COVID test?
Oh, yeah. I got him on like practically Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. So you sent it out Monday afternoon.
Yes.
And then so like what? They get it overnight. So
yes.
they got it sometime, I'm guessing, Tuesday.
They did.
Tuesday, Wednesday, they run the tests. And then Thursday, they gave you the results. So pretty quick.
Yeah, well, practically they came in through my email on Wednesday at 12 o'clock at night.
Got it.
So like midnight. And then I checked it on in the morning.
Got it.
On Thursday.
Okay. And what was your result?
It was negative.
So you had all these symptoms and you were actually negative.
No, I didn't actually. On Monday, I had no symptoms.
Ah.
So it was a false negative or I did it too soon because it also says on there that if you were exposed but you do it too soon, it will come out negative.
Interesting.
So then so that was when I did it, I had no symptoms. And then later, like a day later, I ended up getting sick.
Gotcha. You know what? I didn't really think about that. And that may be it. It was my belief that even if you were asymptomatic, you would actually pop up positive on a test, regardless if you had symptoms or not. But I guess you could only, for these tests to work, you have to be symptomatic.
I don't know. I mean, some people are asymptomatic and they get positive. I don't know.
Who knows?
But it does say on there, like if you do it too early after you've been exposed, it could still come out negative.
Gotcha. So you heard it, guys. She has no COVID. At least on Monday, she didn't have any COVID.
I will be taking another test. I mean, I've been sick since Tuesday night. On and off, kind of like a roller coaster, I keep telling everyone. And so we'll see. I mean, it's been getting better, but then when you feel like you're getting better, it just kind of comes back and it gets you again.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that we can just feel 100% good. I mean, as of now, I do not feel 100%, but I feel like 80, 85.
85.
So we're, yeah.
So,
But
probably you guys are wondering, so what happened with my test? What was the result of my test, right? When did I find out? Well, I went to the VA first thing in the morning. They told me to go to the emergency room. They have a COVID screening unit outside. They took my temperature, which was already just above 100. 100.9 was what I was reading at the time. About to break 101, but not quite there. I was on Tylenol though, so that helps with the fever. Right away they admitted me. They put an IV in to hydrate me. Started asking me questions, feeling around my abdomen. They did the nose swab. It's they call it the instant test. I don't know who makes it or whatever. It's not the one with the super long Q-tip that they push through the back of your into the back of your head. But I mean, it just goes like maybe an inch into your nose. They swab around. They do the other side. They also drew blood to ensure I had, if there was anything else, right? And they also did a chest X-ray to see how my lungs were looking, which I thought was kind of cool. Because as we probably all know by now, you got a lot of...
Nobody gets that other than you.
The veterans at the VA get that, okay?
Lucky.
So I got all that done. The doctor came back after 3 hours. I took a nap at the hospital on the bed, freezing my butt off because they put me in this nightgown, with my butt cheeks out. And so I'm like freezing over there. And so the doctor comes back and he's like, look, we looked at your lungs. Your lungs look great. We took your blood. There's nothing wrong there. You got nothing crazy going on. But your COVID screening or your COVID test did come out positive. So I actually did have COVID. I tested positive for COVID-19. And this is my my paperwork from the VA. And it says... note dated July 6th of 2020 at 1:41 or 13:41 hours. Standard title, education discharge note, visit, same thing. During your visit, you were tested for COVID-19. The COVID-19 test was positive. And it's kind of funny that they put that at the last page. All the first pages are literally what sort of things to do, get some rest, stay hydrated unless you have dietary restrictions on hydration. I don't know what that means. But at any rate, it was kind of interesting because when the doctor told me, yeah, you have COVID, he just looked at me like it was like whatever. Like he's like, yeah, you have the cold. And I'm like, okay. I was expecting him to tell me, so look, we're gonna put you on a treatment plan. This is what we're gonna do. This is what you need to do, or blah blah blah, this and that, yada yada yada. Nothing. It was the most like anticlimactic, I think, experience I've had in a long time. Where if he would have told me, no, you don't have COVID, you just have a flu, I would have been like, or the cold, I would have been like, oh, okay, so I just go home, take Tylenol, chicken broth, got it, easy, right? And I was thinking, if he told me you do have COVID, this is what we're gonna do, okay, Mr. Calderon, and blah blah blah. This is the medication. There's this treatment, right, or whatever. And I thought it was gonna be like very informative and something, I don't know, interesting, new. But he just told me, yeah, you have COVID. So we're gonna send you home. You could take Tylenol if you want for the headache and the fever. Call us if you're feeling worse. And I was like, so that's it? He's like, yeah, there's really nothing else. And then he looks at me, he's like, I mean, I know they're talking about hydroxychloroquine and all that stuff, and there's conflicting stuff on that, but you're fine. I mean, just if you're having shortness of breath, let us know, come back. But that's it. And it was kind of, again, it was very underwhelming, to say the least. So he did give me a prescription actually for like a cough suppressant. You know, pretty much Claritin. That's what he prescribed me, Claritin. And which I didn't even get in the mail till yesterday. Like like 6 days later. He's like, don't worry, we'll put it in the mail for you. That way you don't have to go anywhere and you could quarantine. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll get it, what, in a couple of days? He's like, yeah, a couple days. So that was that. It was just the funniest thing. Now look, I'm not trying to minimize anything. This affects everybody differently, right? Some people are completely asymptomatic. They don't get nothing at all. It's like nothing hit them. Some people get what we felt. It's just pretty much like a bad cold. Nessie had, what did you have earlier this year, baby? And you say it's worse than what you've gone through right now?
Strep throat.
Okay, and for you that was worse, right?
Well, yeah, it was.
So imagine that, right? So in our case, it was just a bad cold. And of course, for other people, it's a lot worse. You know, lasts longer. There's more issues. And then people with pre-existing conditions. You know, now we're talking about more. This being more, I guess, lethal. So we were very lucky that in our situation it just wasn't that. So now I've been on symptoms since Sunday, since last week Sunday. We're on Monday right now, so that means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 9 days. And according to this, I could, after a minimum of 10 days of showing symptoms, from when the symptoms first appeared, I can actually stop quarantining myself, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Also, it says after 10 days from when the first symptoms first appeared, and at least 3 days have passed since resolution of fever without the use of fever-reducing medications. Well, I stopped using Tylenol. I did take Dayquil and NyQuil for a couple days as well, but I stopped using that like almost 4 days ago. I've just you okay there?
Yeah.
I've been using that stuff for a couple days now, for several days now. So I think honestly tomorrow I can get out of the bedroom. Now I think for security's sake, Nessie, her symptoms started on that Tuesday. So we're going to wait for 10 days from that moment. But how long have you been off of Tylenol, babe, for your fever?
Well, I took it last night.
Oh.
I started feeling like I was getting warm.
Okay. So we probably have a couple more days, you know, just to be safe. I know Nessie's been tired. She's been doing all the cooking for me. How's that been?
Not bad. I haven't really cooked all the time. I just prepare the stuff, and we've been ordering out a lot. Been purchasing groceries, and I just sometimes I didn't have energy to do anything, so I just would buy something easy and then just put it in the oven, or just it was already cooked and I just preheated it in the microwave or something.
Yeah. One of the symptoms that we were both experiencing is pretty much just like a gastrointestinal distress. Okay, just to put it in
Well,
very PG terms.
well, not really, not me as much. I think it was you more. I
Okay,
mean,
so
I did for like a second, but it wasn't bad, and it was only one time. I think it's when I ate eggs.
maybe it's because of the
It's
eggs.
just not good on my stomach.
So the funny thing was, I'm usually always hungry and starving and have a huge appetite, but since that Sunday, I wasn't hungry at all, and I'd get full so fast, it was a joke. Like, I had to force myself to eat. Nessie, on the other hand, was starving every day.
Well, yeah,
Every day.
and then yesterday I started feeling full really fast.
And then yesterday she got full. Today, finally, I started to feel the sensation of hunger. And Nessie got mad at me.
Did you tell him that you lost your sense of taste?
Okay, so this is the funny thing, right? So for like several days, we're eating just chicken broth and oatmeal and bananas, just really bland food, just to kind of help my stomach. And it had been, what was it, a Friday, right, babe? Was it a Friday that we ordered it? Or
I think
Saturday?
Friday.
It was like the weekend. And after, the whole weekday, after the whole week of just eating this just boring food, I told Nessie, you know what would be great if we could order ramen? But it doesn't have to be the pork one, like the black tonkotsu that I like with the spicy stuff, and just the chicken one, that has hardly any fat in it. So we order it, and this stuff is expensive now, right? Because you're ordering it through DoorDash. So we literally spent like $80 just for our soups and like some pot stickers, like stupid. But we're like, we want this. We get the food here, and I start to eat mine, and I realized that at that moment I pretty much lost my taste. I couldn't taste it at all. So it felt like I don't even know how to explain it. Oh, okay. When you go to the dentist and they numb your mouth to do a procedure, so like for the rest of the day your tongue just feels weird and you really can't taste things right. So when you're eating stuff, you kind of taste it, but you really don't. You're not sure if it's just you imagining the taste. That's what I was going through. It just felt super weird. I couldn't taste it at all, and I was miserable. It was the worst thing ever. I couldn't believe the symptom of people losing their sense of smell or taste, but it happened to me, and I'm slowly kind of getting it back. Nessie ordered the what did you order yesterday?
Jason's Deli.
Yes, Jason's Deli. It's kind of like a Jerry's Deli from back in LA.
No, nothing compared. This place sucked.
Well, similar in look.
Yeah, kind of.
I guess. I mean, if you were to look at, right?
It's a deli.
Sure, it's a deli. So we got that, and I ordered the chili, like the hot chili. And Nessie got, what did you get, babe?
Chicken soup.
Chicken soup. And I could actually kind of start tasting it again. Now, because my taste is off, I wasn't sure if it was salty or not, or if that was just my taste buds. But then Nessie said that her soup was super salty. So, kind of sucked. So, anything you want to add, babe?
I'll be taking another test tomorrow. I was supposed to take it today, but I'm procrastinating. So I'm gonna take another one tomorrow, and then I'll let you guys know what that comes out, what the results are on that.
Do you want to live stream that one?
No. It's just
too much work.
I have no energy.
Yeah.
So we'll update you guys on that result, and then on those results, and then I think that's it.
Yeah, it was. Initially, we didn't know where we got it from, and we still don't know exactly where. We thought it was possibly
Actually, yes, we do.
was from probably from my
From
work.
you.
Yeah.
I got it from you. It wasn't from. Yeah.
We thought it might have been from Nessie's work, but the people that she works with closely, they actually all got the results, and they've all tested negative, and they don't have symptoms. They're all pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So, and in turn, a lot of my coworkers are testing positive, and some of them are getting sick. Several of them, in fact. So thankfully, they're all getting better. No one's like super bad. So it was me. I was the carrier, and
I knew it. I knew you would do this to me.
it's really hard. It's really hard. We wore the gloves. We wore the masks. Had the hand sanitizer.
You did not wear the mask in the office.
We were far enough. Obviously not. Well, now we know. So we'll be more careful moving forward. Hopefully there's a vaccine, so that way this is just something that's just left in the past. But yeah, we wanted to record this and get it out to you guys as soon as possible, so that way just you guys know what's up. You know, I know we kind of put that in the video, like, oh, we might have COVID and this and that, and we got some phone calls already, and we got some text messages from family and friends. We love you all. And of course our closest family and friends already knew, and they've been helping us out with stuff. You know, fortunately with today's technology, there wasn't too much that was needed, but we do thank everyone though who's reached out. But for everyone else, we wanted to make sure that you guys knew what the deal was, and that we are thankfully okay. We will post the results, like Nessie said, for her second test, and once we are 100% clear of all this, I'm gonna take another one, just, you know, for the all clear. We will update everybody, and we'll do a video on pretty much all the treatments that what we did to, you know, to take care of each other, to nurse,
or post COVID.
Yeah, post-COVID type thing. And with that said, guys, we didn't want this to be too long. We've already going on 23 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. Okay, guys. So it was good talking to y'all. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions, any suggestions, if you have any just curious about anything, just let us know, and we'll be happy to answer them now that we have a little bit more energy and the willingness to do so. For a while, we honestly didn't even want to look at our phones. Just getting up, constant headaches, sensitive eyes, congestion. It did suck. But now that we're feeling a lot better, just let us know. We'll love to answer your questions. All right, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.